Yeah, I'm on week 3 of my divisional preview series. And this week, I'm diving right into the best division in football, the AFC North. This is Gridiron Nation, y'all, and we're celebrating being American. Yeah, and we're talking America's team today, baby. Welcome to Gridiron Nation, y'all. Independence Day edition. Happy birthday, America.
Yo, Gridiron Nation. Come on. It's time I get in the game, forget the money and fame. Stay ready, making sure that they remember my name. I got a hunger inside when the numbers are tied. Yo, I'ma turn it up a level, never will be denied. I got them back on their heels, not to have me a meal. Not Zeke, but I'ma eat the way I'm seeing the field. Take out the competition, they'll remember the name. The wicked one I always bring it, got my head in the game. Now it's all.
It is about that time. What is popping, familia? Yeah, I am Gabriel Garcia, your host. Welcome to Gridiron Nation, episode 110. Here we go. Let's get it on. Yeah, this is the Independence Day, Independence Week, edition. Happy birthday, USA. Proud to be American, baby. Yeah, I know just like you, all of you guys are, man. So how you guys doing out there? Hope you guys are out there feeling good, living well, and living blessed, man. I am your host, Gabriel Garcia, a.k.a. The Wicked One, like I said. Yeah, this is the podcast that is made for the average hardcore football fan by the average hardcore football fan. Y'all already understand that's exactly what I am. What is up to all my people out there? Hope you guys are doing all right, man. I am feeling good because I'm on vacation, baby. I got worried about being at work. It's been crazy at work, man. So taking a nice week off, man. Being able to hang out a little bit. Just chilling today with my little girl, man. We had a little daddy-daughter day. Went and got some food, and went over to Scooters and got a couple of drinks, and came home and watched some movies, man. Hung out with my little girl. Watched my favorite movie, Coco. Yes, my favorite Disney movie, actually. And we watched a couple other movies, man. So we were just hanging out, man. Me and my baby girl doing our thing. And it's been cool. It's been cool. We're getting ready for Thursday, man. That's cookout, baby. We got cookout coming up. We're going to be hosting for my mama's birthday. And I can't wait because my family's all going to be here. And I'm so looking forward to it, man. We're looking forward to having a lot of fun, laughs, good food, everything like that, man. And I hope you guys will be chilling also on the 4th of July, whatever it is you want to do, whether it's cooking out, hanging with family, just relaxing, spending time on your own, whatever it is, man. I hope you guys have a good 4th of July. But I know I plan to. Yeah, because, it is Happy Birthday, USA. It is that week, 4th of July. If you're listening to this after Thursday, then I hope you had a great 4th of July. If you're listening to this Tuesday night, when I drop it right now, today is Tuesday, then I hope you will have a good one, but y'all be safe, okay? Don't get crazy out there, and don't be popping off your fingers, man. Don't be doing all that crazy crap, getting all brave. If you're drunk, if you had too much to drink, do not handle the fireworks, because that's how your dumb ass end up in the freaking emergency room on the 4th of July. Talk about I ain't got 3 fingers no more. So don't do that, okay? Don't do that, man. I know a lot of y'all going to start your drinking early, and that's okay. Just do it in moderation, all right? So kind of stretch it out. That's kind of what I do. I might have a few beers, but I kind of stretch it. I might have a water in between each. But I don't really get drunk or nothing like that really much anymore. So, and that's because, I may have like 4 or 5 beers, but like that's stretched out over like 4 or 5 hours. It's crazy. It's crazy like that because I don't do it intentionally. It's just the way it is. I like to sip on my stuff. You know what I'm saying? But y'all be sure to be safe, please. And just have fun, man. Have fun. Even don't do nothing stupid. Don't go do nothing crazy. And if you just rather just hang out with your kids and your family, then do that. All right. That's all I'm saying. Don't do nothing crazy with the fireworks. Bring your dogs in if you have to. My dogs are funny as hell, y'all. Because last year, I saw this from them. Last year, I saw this from them on New Year's. I have my dogs outside, fireworks are going off, and I'm trying to get them inside, and they're running, they're chasing the fireworks. Wherever they're going off, man, they're like kids. They're excited. They love watching them. See little tails wagging, and I'm like, y'all ain't right. My dogs ain't right, man. I don't know what's going on with my dogs, but I love them, man. I love my babies, my fur babies, man. But if yours aren't into the fireworks, man, that's understandable. Bring them inside. There's stuff you can get at the pet store for them to calm them down, like gummies and stuff like that. And I don't know if it's gummies, but like dog snacks, you can get stuff like that. All right, so help your pets out, man. Keep them away from all that crazy popping that's going on. You know what I mean? And they'll have a good 4th of July as well. Throw them a little bit of meat off the grill because I know that's what I'm gonna be doing. All right, I gotta let my fur baby celebrate it with us. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. So, yeah, it is that week, though, man. This is a great week. 1 week ago, this 4th of July, and I is when I actually dropped um my new summertime song last year, which was Southwest Summer. And I meant to put it up on the video version this week, and I just didn't have the time. Okay, I've been busy, and I have the video up on another laptop, and I meant to do it, and I didn't, obviously, but I got it up on the audio. So if you're listening on the audio, you heard it, man. Y'all get that song rolling again, okay? It's up on Spotify. Southwest Summer, a little something I did with my boy Rigo Luna out there in California, man. Love that song. I'm gonna be spinning all of my my summertime songs that I've done. Also old school summertime, the one I did with my brother Bobo. Shout out to Bobo. And also the very first one I did, which was with Nino Brown, which was Summer Groove. So I'm very proud of these songs. So I'm gonna be spinning them this summer, man. I'll be posting them up and also putting them before the show on the show episodes and stuff like that, man. So I'll be just go on Spotify, I'll bump my shit. All right, support your boy. And I really appreciate it, man, because I try to hope I can give y'all good music, man. And I think that's some good stuff that I put out there, man. So support your boy a little bit, man. Get those royalties coming in, baby. You know what I'm saying? Now let's get speaking of USA. All right, we're talking about born in the USA. We're happy, man. We're proud. We're celebrating this week, yeah. But there's a little bit of disappointment. Okay, little bit of disappointment that has gone down over the last couple of weeks, man. It's been like over the last week or so. Okay, but it's okay. Now this thing is if y'all have ever heard of it, the World Under 20 Championships have just kicked off, and it's the International Federation of American Football. Okay, so under 20 years old, players be coming in. I still think we got all these players from high school, guys in college under 20. Right, should have no problem doing this thing. It's held every couple of years, every few years. Well, United States football, they didn't just lose once, they lost twice. And this is unacceptable. And I remember watching this, man, this was probably back in 09. 09, they had it, and I remember they beat Japan. I remember watching it. I remember I was watching NFL Network one day just chilling, bored as hell, and it came on. I was like, whoa, what is this? And it was dope. It was dope. But the problem here is, y'all, is that this is the sport that we created. All right, this is all American right here, baby. This is the most popular sport in America. And we have, like, our high school players are legit. Okay. You can go down to Florida, California, Texas. We got some of the best high school ball. That's just a few of the states, man. So you would think we'd be dominating this thing, right? This whole under 20 world, tournament. Well, unfortunately, we did not. Okay. Because the squad went and lost 41-20 to Japan, which is, first of all, the fact that y'all lost is one thing, but y'all got beat down. Who's playing on this squad? Man, why don't we take one of our best teams from Texas, like from Odessa, Midland, or somewhere, and we send them and let them handle business? That's all I'm saying about that, because 41-20, that's unacceptable. Now, a lot of people, they never heard of this before, this league, this federation. But now everybody's criticizing the fact that we lost, and for good reason. I don't care if you didn't watch it. Criticize it, man. We should not be losing to nobody. I don't care if it's under 20. This is our game. This is American football. There's nobody in the world that should even be close to us right now in this sport. Right? So if it wasn't bad enough that they went and lost to Japan, all right, that knocked them out of like the gold medal game or whatever. So they were put into the bronze medal game. So they're like, all right, we can win the bronze. No, they went and lost 24-32 to Austria. I didn't even know Austria knew what American football was. Aren't they like playing rugby and soccer and shit over there? Man, it's disgraceful, man. It's disgraceful. I don't know who this coach is. This coach, man, Mike Kelly, that's the name of this head coach. I don't know nothing about him. But what I do know is this is unacceptable. And he obviously ain't the man to do the job. Get him out of there and get these under 20 cats a better coach next time so that they can redeem themselves and redeem the good name of American football, baby. That's all I got to say about that. All right? Now, let's get to this this ongoing segment I got of my journey through the lands between. Elden Ring should be illegal. Okay. I just an update on where I got last week. I told you guys that I was up against that damn, what the hell is it called again, JP? A watchdog, but it was a cat with a giant sword. And JP was like, I got you. He told me, look, get out of there. Go do this and this first, and then get this, and then you go back. Okay, so it took me a few days to get around to do it. I wasn't able to game for a few days. But I went ahead and did it, and it worked. I did what he told me, okay? And then I went back, and I was able to beat the dude with one try. Boom. Yeah, I had a little help from the summon ashes, but I don't care. I got it done. And then I moved on. Got a couple, started wandering around, doing a couple of different things. And then it was like, okay, it's time to go find Patches. Okay, if you played the game, you know who Patches is. If you don't, you got to go into some little cave, and he's in there, and you can either like kill him or save him, and he'll sell you stuff. Anyways, it's a very, very important part for the early part of the game. Problem is, you got to walk through this canyon, right, where there's like river is, and it comes from a lake. And damn you, JP, you bastard. This fool is using me for his own amusement, y'all. You didn't understand, okay? So he's like, okay, where you're at, go south, and you're going to run into a lake. Let me know when you get to the lake. So I said, okay, cool. And I remembered it from my last playthrough, right? I went to the lake, and I'm like, all right, I'm here. Now what? And I sent him like a screenshot, and he says, he texted me, he said, go to that fire on that little island in the middle. He says, because there's an NPC, which is a non-player controlled character. He said that you got to talk to. Okay. I walked down there. I'm cool. I'm chilling. And then all of a sudden, this big ass fucking dragon comes out of nowhere, y'all. Slams down in front of me, throws fire out, kills everybody on that damn island. And I'm like, I'm playing, and I'm like, what the fuck? God damn. Pissed off. So I text JP. I went back, sent him a picture of the damn thing. I said, well, that freaking dragon just took everything out. He sends me back a bunch of freaking laughing emojis, y'all. He did that shit on purpose. He even told me, he said, I would have asked you to record your reaction, but that would have been too obvious. Man, hey, but you know what, dog? It's okay. I guess you got to entertain yourself sometime. So anyways, I go down the canyon. I forget the dragon. I go down the canyon. You got to follow the river. It takes you, down this little canyon. And I'm about to go in the cave, and all of a sudden it blocks off. And there's this damn NPC that pops up that gets summoned called Bloody Finger. And he's a pain in my ass right now. I cannot beat him, but I plan to by tomorrow. Before the 4th of July, I will have him beaten, and I will be there ready to confront Patches. Okay, so that's where I stand right now on my journey through the lands between. Okay, right now I'm still getting my ass kicked by another character And JP's laughing at me as I go get freaking eaten by a damn dragon. You know, that he did not warn me was coming. But that's okay, bro. I feel you, man. I would have probably used me to laugh at too, man. Man, he's like, yo, I'm gonna send this forward somewhere real quick. Just get a quick laugh, and then I'll tell him where to go. And that's how it's going down right now. My journey in Elden Ring, y'all. So y'all stay posted every single week. And I'll make sure to keep letting you guys know how my ass kicking is going as I walk through the lands between. All right, man. So, anyways, let's talk about America's team, baby, the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because there's a couple of things, y'all. And I'm glad I was planning to use this as a topic today because Angel messaged me about something that he's seeing online. Well, I was already planning to talk about CD Lamb. All right, what's going on with CD Lamb? People want to know, is he going to hold out? It's a possibility. Hell, Zach Martin held out. We've had players. Chris Jones held out last year with KC. Okay, it's a possibility. He's in a contract year. He wants that contract. Now, a lot of people there's don't believe everything you're reading on the internet, guys. There's certain sources you got to understand whether they're legit or not. Or if you see some page that it's like a Dallas Cowboy fan page or DC for Life, the name of it, you know, it's just a fan page. They're not reporters, right? So you can usually tell when it's those pages. And then if they tell you sources say this and this, but they're not citing any sources, all they're saying is sources or insiders, but they're not giving you a name like an Adam Schefter, you know, nothing like that. One of those names that you know is legit, like Jane Slater or something, then just ignore it. And the big one that people are talking about now is that somebody came out and said one of these pages was out there. They're talking about CD Lamb is reportedly saying, an insider says that he has said that he will demand a trade if they don't meet his demands. And I'm like, yeah, it's the first time I'm hearing about this. Problem is, I've seen it on 3 different pages on social media, but they're all fan pages and they're not citing a legit source. There's not been any legit NFL reporting sources that have said anything about this. The most I saw was somebody on CBS, some analyst saying that he could. Yeah, that's a possibility, but CD Lamb won't. CD Lamb has already been quoted this week in saying that, I'm going to be with Dallas. Like, it's going to get done. You know, he's basically putting his foot down, like, don't believe none of the BS that you're reading out there. Now, will he hold out? It's possible. It is possible. And I wouldn't blame him. You know what I mean? Let's look at the reasons why. Let's look at the reasons why, y'all, because CD Lamb, okay, he's going into his 5th year, final year of his rookie contract, and every single year he has only gotten better. He's played every single game. Okay, even when they went up to 17, the last 2 seasons, he's played in every single game. Let's look at his stats. Okay, rookie season, 935 yards, just shy of 1,000. Might as well call it 1,000, but technically it won't be. All right. Second year, 2021, his sophomore year, 1,102 yards, had 6 touchdowns. Okay, had 5 the year before. 74 receptions in his rookie year, 79 in his second year. 2022, his 3rd season. All right, 17 games played, 107 receptions. Wow. You talk about the volume jumping from 79 in 2021 to 107. All right. Also, you look at, the yards went up, obviously. 1,359 yards, 9 touchdowns. You guys see the pattern here. Improvement every single year. Last year, when the second half of the season, there's no doubt whether, you can say, well, okay, because Justin Jefferson got hurt, whatever. But the facts are the CD Lamb, the second half of the season last year, he was the best receiver in the NFL for the second half of the season. Y'all want to debate me on that? Bring it. We'll do it next week. But he was. All right, 17 games played, 135 receptions, which is so far a career high. 1,749 yards, a career high. Very, very good year. And 12 touchdowns, a career high. So y'all see the pattern. Every single year he has gotten better. He's done everything the team has asked him to do. Okay. Basically, this offense now, like before when it was like around Zeke, it's around him now. Okay. In terms of the skill positions. And he could possibly be the best player on this team. I mean, arguably with Dak Prescott, but I mean, CD's got that argument too. Okay. He has not been a distraction off the field. We've had no issues with this dude at all. At all. Everything that says this man needs to be paid is everything he's done. Like everything he's done says that. And he will be paid. He is the priority right now. He has to be. When you look at the three guys that are waiting for their contracts, which is Dak Prescott, CD Lamb, Michael Parsons, they've already decided they're waiting on Dak Prescott, right? Michael Parsons still has another year that they already exercised the option on. So CD Lamb has to be that guy. They understand it. The team knows it. The team knows it. They also understand the reason they waited for the Justin Jefferson deal to get done, because now they know what the window is. Both sides understand that whether he wants to get paid more or just under Justin Jefferson, you're looking at probably about $1 million to $2 million on either side. So about a $4 million window. It's not much by their standards. So the team and him both have an idea. So if we haven't heard anything about neither side being close to a deal, about the two sides not being close to a deal, and they should be close to a deal. That's because of that small window now that they know they're going to have to pay and what CD knows that he can expect. You know what I mean? So I think the team understands this. He understands it. And the fans, y'all just need to be patient. My only issue is if he holds out, and he's going to be losing a lot of money because he's going to get fined a lot of money. But if he holds out, if we get to where it's like 2 weeks in the camp, then I'll be frustrated with the ownership. This is the one thing, and if they were like to trade or whatever, this not signing CD or even trading him, I think ownership knows, they understand. Most of us fans, we may like talk all this stuff about our ownership and about, the front office, and it's for good reason. But we never come out and say that we really despise them, right? Whatever. It's our owner. It's Jerry, Steven, whatever. But I think this would be something that would really make the fan base despise you. Like literally hate you, hate the ownership, because there is nothing in what CD Lamb has done since the time he got drafted, which was late in the first round, by the way, y'all. What was it, pick 18? Where he fell in our lap? There's nothing that he has done that says he should not get paid. And after last season, yeah, he deserves to get paid like one of the best receivers in the league. If not the best receiver, he may be. He may be, because every single year he has only gotten better. What does that say about the coming year? What we can expect is a better CD Lamb. Can he get better? Yeah, I think so. That's the scary thing, man, for opposing defenses. But I don't think there's a problem here. I think y'all just need to be patient. If he holds out, maybe a week or so, I don't think they'll let it go too long. But they know that this is the guy that there's no reason not to pay him. There's no reason not to pay him. And even if they were looking at a rebuild, this is not the dude you trade for draft stock. Because if you're looking at a rebuild 4 years into his career, this is the dude that you actually build around. You feel me? So even a rebuild makes it nonsensical for them to trade him. It all makes sense to pay him, to keep him there, whether you're rebuilding or whether you're running at a championship. You need CD Lamb there, and I think they will get it done. So y'all just don't worry. Calm down. Stop reading everything that you're seeing on the internet from all these fan groups, unless you're seeing it, from, like I said, Adam Schefter, Jane Slater, somebody like that. Okay, Ian Rappaport. Then we're going to talk about that. All right, but for now, CD Lamb hasn't asked for no trade. He hasn't said that he's going to ask for a trade. Nothing like that, y'all. Okay, so just relax a little bit and let's try to be patient. All right. But I think Dallas understands his value. They understand that he is the guy right now. It's got to get paid. And I think he will. I think he will, especially after the frustrating offseason they just put us through. They know this is the one that would really put fans over the edge as far as our front office goes. So, yeah. Now, the other thing is Micah Parsons, this whole thing with him and Malik Hooker. Y'all heard about this? Malik Hooker kind of talking about the whole thing with the podcast. Funny thing is, Malik Hooker said this while he was on a podcast. There's a little bit of hypocrisy by both guys because afterwards, Micah Parsons came out and said, I wish you would have addressed this with me between us. But Micah Parsons said this on social media, which he since deleted, which I'm glad he did. But the problem here is people were letting the media hype this up more than what it was. He was asked a question about it. Okay. So now it would be an issue like if the reason that we were bad in the run last year defense is because Micah Parsons had his podcast and he wasn't focusing this way. It wasn't on Micah Parsons. Okay, we were having trouble against the run defensively for a lot of other reasons than Micah Parsons. Okay, so I'll just chill out with that too. I get it. It was said, whatever was said, and the media blew it up, and now everybody's talking out of their ass on social media. All right, so all you Cowboys fans, calma. All right, kick back, be patient. Right now, there's nothing going on right now in the NFL till training camp officially begins. So what do all these pages and reporters do now? We're gonna talk about the Cowboys because we ain't got no reactions. We ain't got stuff going on our social medias. Okay, so we gotta talk about the Cowboys. That's why that's all you're seeing right now. It's all this stuff about the Cowboys. All right, so just giving y'all a heads up on that. Now, for those of you watching on Fuel or YouTube, thank you very much. But for those of you watching on Fuel in particular, I got to take a quick break. I'll be right back.
Same great taste. Yes. Same great taste. Same great taste.
Yes. Welcome back to Gridiron Nation 110. Man, y'all got to excuse me a little bit if I look like hell on the camera, man. Allergies are kicking my ass right now. And I know I say that at times because I got issues with allergies, man. I do. They're kicking my butt a little bit. So if you hear something in my throat or you just see me looking at the camera, you're like, damn, fool, you look all fucked up. That's why, okay? I'm not messed up right now. I got allergies, all right? So work with me, ride with me, vibe with me, all right? Now let's keep rolling on, all right, familia, because I put something out there this week, and I got some answers from you guys. I put the off the grid segment this week. Let's look at it, man. First of all, we talked about this last week. The Paris 2024 Summer Olympics are coming. They are coming. And I asked you guys, okay, what did you guys, what's, let me go to it right here. I asked, what events are you looking forward to? Okay, what events do you like to watch for the Olympics? And I wanted to know from you guys because I'm big on the Olympics. I'm huge on the Olympics. I told you guys this. And they are coming, y'all. They begin on the 26th. Okay, that is the date of the opening ceremony, which is always a major deal. Always a major deal, no matter where it's at. And they'll be going for a couple of weeks till August 11th. And so some of the events will be starting as early as July 24th before the official opening ceremonies. But it's always a 2-week deal, man. And I am excited. I know a lot of you guys are excited because some of you I have talked about this with. You guys tell me the same thing, man, that you guys are really excited about this and you know that you like watching the Olympics. Some people don't really, they're like, not really, but excuse me. I know a lot of you that are. So let's get right to it, man. I hit you guys up on social media. I put this out there. And I got some answers, man. So let's get to it. Sorry, I am trying to. Damn, I'm dragging here. I'm trying to find this thing. I just had it popped up, and then like when your phone, you have it on a page, and then when you turn your phone back on and it changed it, never mind. All right, let's start. Let's start with Miss April Tovar. Yes, we have not said her name on the show in a while because she ain't participated in a while. She's been busy, y'all. She's been busy with life. All right, but so she says swimming, track, and gymnastics. Absolutely. Absolutely. Three of the biggest ones right there. Probably the three biggest events that get the most shine. Okay. Well, and track is actually in swimming and not actual events, okay, on gymnastics, but those are the main kind of genres of events, I guess you want to call it. I don't know. I don't know. My boy Jersey, he says all of them, to be honest, especially the new events. Yeah, Flerick broke out with a good one, breakdancing. Yes, it is joint. I told you guys this last week. It will be in the Olympics this year. I can't wait to see what this is going to be like. Yeah, I'm digging it. I cannot wait to see the breakdancing. Cousin Nick, he says boxing. I'd get that. Dig it. And Ms. Nancy Perez, what is up, girl? She says, sorry. She says breakdancing as well. As for me, I'm going with boxing, basketball, swimming, track and field, and then I put a whole lot more because there's just a lot of different events. I'll watch anything that the United States is competing in. Anything. Equestrian, fuck it. Yeah, I'll watch it. I don't know how it's scored, but I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna root on the US. You know what I mean? All the archery stuff like that. I don't care. I will watch it. I will support Team USA 150%, baby, to the max. Okay, to the max because that's called being a patriot, but as a sports fan. You know what I mean? As a sports fan. So that's what I got on that. Now, I had some more. Okay. Hayden Murray. He says, I support the ones you don't see normally, like handball. Also got to watch the 100-meter finals and the 4x11-meter relays in both swimming and track and field. Dig it. And handball. That's another one. Yes, I dig the handball as well. And evidently, we got another one here. Evan Cardullo says team handball. Absolutely. Corey Day. What is up, Corey? He says soccer, swimming with my pool rat. Okay. And wrestling. All right. Benjamin Borden says, I love the track and field, 100-meter and any relays. Whether it's swimming or track, the relays are always so fun. How the team is pulling and yelling for their teammates. You can't beat it. Soccer, of course, as I'm a huge soccer fan. Basketball and gymnastics is always a nail biter. Yes, definitely. Definitely. And then we've got Michael Davis. He says boxing is usually my number one sport to watch. Also, baseball. Okay. And he says archery. All right. I dig that. And I got Gina Mills says ping pong. All right. Dig it. And then she follows that up with volleyball, both beach volleyball and arena. Okay. So that's what I got from you guys this week, man. Now, I also can't forget about my brother Bobo because he came on Twitter and he gave me his. All right, so he says basketball, soccer, track and field, swimming, and gymnastics. So seems like soccer, basketball, track and field, boxing, swimming, and gymnastics seem to be the most popular that everybody's going to be watching. But I also love watching the softball. Definitely the softball. Soccer, both men and women, basketball, both men's and women's, boxing as well. I also love watching the martial arts, everything from judo to karate, wrestling, definitely the wrestling as well. Anything I can watch, man, that is Team USA performing, the cycling. Man. Yeah, we talked about the beach volleyball, the in-house volleyball. Definitely, I watch those. Handball. What else, man? I'm going to be watching the breakdancing. Oh, and got to watch the extreme sports as well, like the skateboarding stuff that they brought in some years back. And, man, I'm trying to think. There's so many events. A lot of them that don't even get televised. Man, what is like the canoe racing? That one's fun to watch. When they're out there in the team canoe, that's fun to watch. Because a lot of times they have like those real close finishes. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope, man. But hey, thank you guys for chiming in on this one, man. I know it's been a while since I did a legit off the grid segment on social media, so I got to get it back rolling again so that I can get more people, participating in this, man. But for those of you that did, thank you, man. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will be looking forward to the Olympics just like you guys, man. And we'll be talking about it as it's going on here in the next couple of weeks. We'll be starting here in the last week and a half of July. So y'all be ready. We're going to talk about it, all right? Now, it's time to get to the big part of the show. That's right. That's right. It is time to talk about the best division in football. Because on this week's episode of Gridiron Nation, this week's segment of my Gridiron Nation 2024 NFL divisional preview series. Damn, I'm going to get this by the time it's done. I'm going to be able to say it like nothing. I know that's long. It's like a long title. Okay, Gridiron, the official Gridiron Nation 2024 NFL divisional series preview. We're talking about the AFC North, baby. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Yeah, and we're starting out at the top. I'm starting at the top. Y'all might trip out on this. Okay, who I'm going with. Now, last year, we had the Ravens finish with the best record in the league, and they ended up winning it all. The division, anyways. I mean, not winning it all, like the whole league, obviously, but they won the division. So they made some moves. They're a popular pick. But that's not who I'm picking. Yeah. I am going with the Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. I think the Steelers, I feel like last year, they were just a competent quarterback away from moving on in the playoffs. You know what I mean? From having a playoff run. Hell, for maybe even winning more games that could have got them better seeding. Now, they go and make those moves. You get Russell Wilson. You get Justin Fields. Now you got a couple of guys that, we don't know what's going to happen here. I think Russell Wilson is going to be the starter going into camp. Russell Wilson didn't have a bad season last year, y'all. He didn't. 3,770 yards over with Denver, 26 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. It's a pretty damn good year. It's not bad at all, to be honest. Pittsburgh would have loved to have that kind of production and efficiency. All right. As for Justin Fields, well, he's going to be sitting as the backup most likely going into camp. But I think this was the biggest move right here of the offseason. There were some big moves of the offseason, but this one right here was huge. It's the quarterback position. Okay. Team like the Steelers, who were 10-7 last year, finished third in the division, still made the playoffs. They lost the AFC wildcard game to Buffalo, 31-17. All right. Now, didn't have a lot of key losses as far as players going free agency or nothing like that. They traded away Kenny Pickett to the Eagles. Yeah, but hey, head coach Mike Tomlin getting into his 17th season, y'all. Never had a losing season. That's crazy. And I trip out when I see Steelers fans like on social media talking about, oh, we need to move on from him. It's freaking hilarious, man. Y'all are crazy. They went and added offensive coordinator Arthur Smith, who was the head coach of the Falcons last year. And they had defensive coordinator Till Austin and coming into his second year with that defense. Okay, but let's look at the offense. Okay, they were ranked number 25 overall last year. Okay, they were number 25 in the pass, number 14 running the ball. Pretty damn good rushing duo. I mean, Najee Harris, still kind of his average is a little bit low, but he did cross the 1,000-yard threshold last year, 1,035 yards, 8 touchdowns. But Jaylen Warren started coming on in that second half of the season, y'all. And I feel like he's going to get a lot more opportunity to take more snaps from Najee Harris. Jaylen Warren had 784 yards. Dude had 5.3 yards per carry. Pretty damn good. Oh, and by the way, they went and signed Cordell Patterson. I get it. He's a veteran. But they're probably going to be using him in the return game. And with the new return rules now, it's going to be big. He's just got to stay healthy. Okay, but now you look at their wide receiver group. You got George Pickens, of course, 63 receptions, 1,140 yards, led the team last year, 5 touchdowns. They go and add Van Jefferson, okay? And then they also drafted rookie Roman Wilson out of Michigan. So they got some young receivers there. Van Jefferson's a veteran, but you look at the 1 and 2, George Pickens and Roman Wilson, a couple of young cats there. I can dig it. They also went and added center Zach Frazier out of West Virginia. So he's going to be all right, man. They're doing all right. They needed a center going into the draft. Okay. They went and solidified that. And they also added offensive tackle Troy Fatuanu out of Washington. So they used the draft to build up some key pieces that they needed. And they used free agency, to do everything else. You look at their defense, it was ranked number 20 last year, number 17 versus the pass, number 19 versus the run, number 5 in scoring, though. They were more like a bend but don't break type of defense. Okay. Linebacker Patrick Queen, though, was the biggest addition. From Baltimore, they bring him over. He was Pro Bowl last year. So he balled out in Baltimore. I think this was big for this defense. They needed a player like him. You know what I mean? In the center of that defense and that linebacking core. Yeah, Patrick Queen is going to be a big difference maker for them. And also, you talk about defensive end TJ Watt. He will be coming back healthy. Can he stay on the field? I don't know. But man, when the dude is on the field, he's a monster. Can somebody just block him, though? Like, how many times do you watch games where he goes and gets sacked unblocked? Like, how do you leave him unblocked? It's crazy. I don't understand that. I don't. Had 19 sacks last year, led the league, and he was still injured, man. Defensive tackle Cam Hayward comes back, so they're solidified there up on that line. Okay, you got also linebacker Landon Roberts, 101 tackles last year, which led the team. Then, of course, you got cornerback Joey Porter Jr. coming into his second year. He's already showing off to be a stud last year, so he's just going to get better. And then, of course, the leader of that defense, safety Minkah Fitzpatrick, one of the best safeties in the league. He'll be there to be making some plays and causing ruckus on that defensive backfield as well. So the defense should be better. I think the addition of Patrick Queen is big. I think it's big. Overall, this was a good team last year. There was competent quarterback play away and a linebacker away, to be honest, from being a great team. I think this year they become a great team. And I think that will be the difference. You don't need Russell Wilson to be the old Russell Wilson. You don't need him to be, an elite quarterback. All you need him to do is have a season like he did with Denver last year. The rest of the squad is going to back him up. You know what I mean? So that is why I had the Pittsburgh Steelers as my top team, finishing first place in the AFC North this year. Okay. And if y'all disagree, I want to hear about it. Now, before I get to the final 3 squads, y'all, real quick, just want to go ahead and take a quick break. One more break for those of you watching on Fuel. All right. I'm going to be right back, y'all. Do not go anywhere.
Houston, we've triumphed. I've made it back to Earth with the cargo intact. The game-changing, time-sensitive payload is none other than the revolutionary energy flavor we've all been waiting for. Introducing Merc Mayhem Cherry Limeade. Merc Clan played a crucial role in securing this energy flavor, and together we've unlocked the future of power. Merc Mayhem is not just a drink, it's a statement, a fusion of relentless energy and bold flavor. The secret is out. Merc Mayhem is set to redefine the energy landscape, leaving ordinary drinks in its cosmic dust. Get ready for a taste explosion that matches Merc Clan's unparalleled power. Join the revolution, and let's unleash Merc Mayhem upon the world. Astronaut M signing off.
Yeah. Welcome back to Gridiron Nation podcast, y'all. Hey, man, if you guys are watching, I completely forgot to take off that little graphic on the screen. But, oh, well, it is what it is, man. Okay, so let's keep rolling on, y'all, because I am right now almost in the middle, hitting the middle. My AFC North preview told y'all that I had the Pittsburgh Steelers finishing number 1. And now my number 2 squad that I got finishing second place is the Baltimore Ravens. And that's all because of ground control. All right, this team last year, wow, number 1 rushing team in the league. And then you go and add Derrick Henry? What? Are y'all kidding me right now? Man. How? The problem here is, okay, let's look at their offense. They were ranked number 6 overall last year, number 1 in the rush, but their pass offense was number 21. Okay. And that was that after they had a good year from Zay Flowers, who had 858 yards, 77 receptions. And you also had Odell Beckham Jr., but that was it. Okay. Rashad Bateman, this is likely going to be, they're running out of patience with this dude. And I done ran out last year. Okay, I had pulled for this dude the last couple of years. I thought that when they drafted him that the potential was there. But he has not stepped up when he's had an opportunity. Last year, 16 games played, 32 receptions, 367 yards. I get it. The volume is not going to be there because it's a run-heavy offense. Problem is, Zay Flowers should not be outproducing you, bro. All right? That should not be happening. Okay. This Ravens offense, though, offensive coordinator Tom Monken, he's gonna have himself a field day with Derrick Henry running the ball. Derrick Henry last year in Tennessee, 1,167 yards, 12 touchdowns. All right. So there's no more Gus Edwards. He led the league in touchdowns last year. So that was big. That's a big loss. You know, Dobbins was playing well till he got hurt again. Both of them are out in LA now with the Chargers. So that leaves Justice Hill to jump up and back up Derrick Henry. Ugh. I don't know, man. Derrick Henry's at that age now, though, because we saw it last year in Tennessee where he started sharing some of the load. He might have to do that here, but of course, Lamar Jackson is another big part of that run game. So I get that. I do get that now. All right, but let's keep looking at deeper what this offense is going to be about this year. Okay, because they went and drafted right tackle Roger Rosengarten out of UW, out of Washington. So that was big because they needed that. This, you got to understand, y'all. The reason I did not put these guys to finish first, one, because I think Pittsburgh's going to be a better team, but two, they lost 15 players, y'all, to free agency. The Ravens did. Okay, 3 of those players were starting offensive linemen, and the reason that all these people are still picking the Ravens, like all these analysts and those talking heads on TV, you know, is because they never give the love to the importance of the offensive line. The sexy talk is all about the position players, the skill positions. All right. But here, Gridiron Nation, y'all, you guys are my people. You know that we respect the offensive line because here we actually are football fans that understand the importance of the offensive line. And when you lose 3 starting offensive linemen after you just had the best run game in the league, that is major. That's why I could not pick them to be first. But like I said, they went and fixed, they addressed one of them in the draft, okay, with Rosengarten. So that was big. All right, but they lost guard Kevin Zeitler, gone. Guard John Simpson, he's gone, traded. Okay, OBJ is gone, like I told you guys. Right tackle, Morgan Moses, he's gone. That's their 3 starters right there. So 15 players gone. 3 of them on the offensive line as starters. It's not very easy to replace. Okay? Especially when you do not have a pass game. They can get some plays in the pass. Mark Andrews will be coming back. That did hurt their kind of pass ranking last year. So he'll be back. Turn some surgery on that torn ligament. Ironically, he got hurt for the season the same game that Joe Burrow hurt his wrist for the season. So that's some strange irony right there. But I just feel like, you know, Zay Flowers should have a big year, but Zay Flowers is not wide receiver 1. That's not what, you know, a guy with his type of speed and what he does. He's not that kind of elite route runner. What he does well, but he's better suited as a wide receiver 2. If you were to get a legit wide receiver 1 over there, which may be Andrews this year as a tight end, I don't know. But can you imagine what Zay Flowers will do? Because he's gonna be getting a lot of that focus this year from defensive coordinators until somebody else steps up. But we'll see if anybody does. I don't know. I don't know, man. Rashad Bateman, though, this is probably your last year with this squad. If you do not step up this year, dog, he's likely gonna be gone. All right. Defense was ranked number 6 last year. They were one of the best in the league. Number 6 versus the pass, number 14 versus the run. All right. They were tied for first in turnovers with 31. Yeah, they were tied with the Giants, believe it or not. Giants, see, y'all don't be sleeping on that defense either. But we'll get there when we get to the NFC East. Way down the road. All right, but they were number 1 versus scoring. So they gave up the fewest amount of points per game. And number 1 in sacks. The defense had 60 sacks last year. So this defense legit. Now, they lost Patrick Queen, like I told you. Pro Bowl linebacker. Big loss. All right, but you still got, of course, Roquan Smith. And the reason they couldn't keep Patrick Queen is because they paid Roquan last year. They paid him big. 158 tackles for Roquan, led the team. And then, of course, you still got Jadeveon Clowney. So he's going to be there. And safety Geno Stone. Actually, they brought him over. So he was second in NFL in interceptions. Actually, he's lost. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Okay. But they lost Patrick Queen. Okay. They lost Jadeveon Clowney, who was one of their better pass rushers last year. You lose Geno Stone, safety Geno Stone, who was second in the NFL in interceptions, second only behind Deron Bland. And then, of course, defensive end Kyle Van Noy, another big loss. So when you look at the 15 players that they lost, it's not like they lost like a bunch of backups and scrubs. Like they lost starters, y'all, on both sides of the ball. That's important. Defensive coordinator Zachary Orr going to have to do something, try and keep this defense still up there. All right, so now Kyle Van Noy was added. I'm trying to look at everything else. You got defensive tackle Justin I got to pronounce this right. Justin Matabuike. Yeah. They went and drafted rookie Nate Wiggins in the first round out of Clemson. So he will be playing that cornerback spot. So now the question mark here is going to be the offensive line for me. I just don't know if the offensive line is going to be able to get it done like they did last year. I got to see it. And how big of a difference is losing Patrick Queen going to make also on that run defense? Think about that. All right, they were number 14 versus the run last year. They could get worse. We'll see. But I still got the Ravens doing enough on the ground offensively. You know, with Lamar Jackson there, reigning MVP, I think they're still going to be there. They'll still make the playoffs, in my opinion. But I got them finishing number 2. And number 3, now let us go to the Cleveland Browns because defense is king in this division. And nobody last year had a better defense than the Cleveland Browns because they were ranked number 1. All right. Head coach Kevin Stefanski, who was head coach of the year. All right. Much respect. Then you've got offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey, who comes over from Buffalo. This is his first year with Cleveland. And defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz, who was also the assistant coach of the year last year. So now Browns went 11-6. They were second in the division, but they got their asses whooped in the AFC wild card against the Texans 45-14. Man, where was that defense at? That's crazy. I blame the defense for that loss. I definitely do. Probably the one key player that they did lose on offense was wide receiver Donovan Peoples-Jones. Okay, that was a big loss. But they went and got Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy to this point has been a bust. But sometimes it takes going to another team to kind of just restart your career a little bit and hopefully give them a resurgence. We'll see. You got Amari Cooper on the other side. Okay, 15 games last year, 72 catches, 1,250 yards, and 5 touchdowns. But he's a disgruntled Amari Cooper because he wants to get paid right now. Now it's starting to look like this could be the Dallas situation again, where Cleveland may not have the money to pay him, so they might move him. It could happen. It could happen, man. You feel bad for Amari Cooper, but it's the business, man. It's the business. They got tight end David Njoku, who also got paid 81 catches, which led the team last year. He's going to be a threat. Now, you went and got Jameis Winston, okay? No more Joe Flacco. Jameis Winston, I think, if you have some weapons, he can do something. Okay, but the more he throws, he's going to throw the interceptions. He's also going to throw touchdowns and throw for a lot of yards. All right, so the key here, though, is going to be Deshaun Watson. Played 6 games last year, hurt his shoulder. He was done for the year. And right now, that contract that they gave him, everything that they gave up and all the money they're throwing at him, the Browns need this to work this year because they're looking really bad about this right now. Okay, so he's going to be the key. And also the return of Nick Chubb. Okay, tore an ACL and an MCL last year. And so I think he will come back, though. And Jerome Ford will be backing him up. He got the load last year, 204 attempts, 813 yards and 4 touchdowns, average 4 yards a carry. But he is not Nick Chubb. And when Nick Chubb is running at his best, I think he is the best pure running back in the league. When he's at his best, when he's healthy as well. All right. Also, you got wide receiver Elijah Moore there, so that's gonna be good right there. And they went and drafted guard Zach Zinter out of Michigan, try and beef up that old line a little bit. So that's how we're looking on the offensive side of the ball. All right, Jim Schwartz's defense was number 1 last year. They were number 6 in sacks, number 1 versus the pass, number 11 versus the run. Excuse me. Ooh, throat, man. Now you still got defensive ends Darius Smith there. So, you know that defense is still going to be good because you got defensive player of the year, defensive end Myles Garrett, 14 sacks last year. The reigning, like I said, defensive player of the year. Excuse me. You got linebacker Owusu Kuramoa, who led the team with 101 tackles last year. He's coming back as well. All right. Strong safety Grant Delpit. You got cornerback Denzel Ward, cornerback Martin Emerson, and middle linebacker Jordan Hicks, y'all, that they added to this squad. So the defense, I think, is still going to dominate. This defense is still going to keep them in games. As far as when they get to the playoffs, I still think they could get to the playoffs. They probably will. This is a division that probably will send 3 teams to the playoffs, maybe 4. It's not out of the realm of possibility. But the key here for this squad is going to be 2 players. Nick Chubb staying healthy, because if Nick Chubb's healthy, he's going to ball out. I just know that. But the other player, of course, quarterback Deshaun Watson. It's time. It's time to earn that contract, dude. All right, Mr. Nasty Time. It's time for you to freaking get out there and play ball. Stay on the field. Play ball the right way. And stay out of all that nasty stuff that you're into, Mr. NFL's version of Bill Cosby. All right, so let's keep moving on, y'all, to my last place team in the division. I got the Cincinnati Bengals finishing last again. And I know some people are saying that they can win it all. And it's possible. Anybody in this division could be completely turned around, y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's how good this division is. Okay, head coach Zach Taylor, offensive coordinator Dan Pitcher, who's been with the team 9 years. Okay, but this is his first year as offensive coordinator. We're going to see how he does. And then, of course, you got defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo coming in, leading this number 31 ranked defense. Oh, that's the problem with this team. I'll start there. Okay, well, they're already a bad defense, but then you go and lose Chiro Awuzie, who was probably your best in the secondary next to Von Bell at safety. Defensive tackle Josh Tupou, he's out. He's gone. So those were big losses for them. They were number 26 versus the pass, number 26 versus the run, number 21 versus scoring. Not a good defense. They were good at turning the ball over, though. They had 26 turnovers last year. All right, that's top 5. So we look at the players, though, that they do got. One of the guys that flew under the radar for some reason was Trey Hendrickson, defensive end. He had 17.5 sacks last year. That was second in the NFL, y'all. Y'all probably don't even know that name, Trey Hendrickson. Well, he's a beast, okay? You still got strong safety Von Bell there. He is the last now of that very formidable secondary that was there the Super Bowl year when they lost to the Rams. When they went to the Super Bowl, Von Bell's the last remaining guy on that defensive secondary. Sad to see the way it's falling apart. But they did go and add free safety Geno Stone from Baltimore, okay, who was second in the league in interceptions last year. And they went and added defensive tackle Sheldon Rankins out of Houston. So they added a couple of pieces, but they lost some pieces. All right. I don't know how you replace Cheeto Awuzie. So cornerbacks could be an issue there. But let's look at the offensive side of the ball. Offensively, they were ranked number 22 overall, number 15 in passing, number 31 in running the ball, number 16 in scoring. Okay. You look at number 31 in running the ball, man. This is why I just don't know about Mixon when he's over with Houston, like I talked about last week. But the offensive line was an issue. They went and lost Tyler Boyd. He's gone. Joe Mixon is gone. Tight end Irv Smith is gone. Right tackle Jonah Williams is gone. Offensive guard Matt Sharping is gone. Man. A lot of players being lost. I believe they lost a total of 14 players this offseason. Okay. It's hard to replace that many players. Joe Burrow, though, he's trying to come back. Played 10 games last year, threw for just over 2,300 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 6 picks. But, Jake Browning came in and actually held it down offensively. So you can't completely blame the Joe Burrow absence for them not winning games and stuff. But it is big because even though Browning held it down, he's still not Joe Burrow, in terms of the control of this offense and everything. But they did. It was enough to re-sign Jake Browning as the backup. He played 9 games last year. He was actually 70%, man, which really good, really good. Now I mentioned Tyler Boyd being gone. He's in Tennessee now. So you've got Jamar Chase, who had 100 catches last year, 1,216 yards, 7 touchdowns. And then you got T. Higgins, who finally agreed to sign his franchise tag. He played 12 games, 42 catches, 656 yards, 5 touchdowns. I think he goes off this year because it is a contract year. I don't think they're planning on re-signing him because they are going to sign Jamar Chase, who he probably could reset the market when he signs. But I think I think this year they're like, okay, this T. Higgins, this is going to be it. Right. And then they go draft a wide receiver 2 next year. So I think that's how that's going to go down. Now, replacing Joe Mixon, they brought in Zach Moss from the Colts. Last year with the Colts, he had 14 games, 169 attempts, and 794 yards, 7 touchdowns. Not bad. Filling in for Jonathan Taylor. I just don't know if Zach Moss is going to do that again, especially with this offensive line. It was a much better offensive line in Indy. So I don't know if I see Zach Moss being much of a factor, if I'm being real. I'm not touching him in fantasy. Unless I have no choice. Maybe it's like my bench running back. I don't know. But Irv Smith is gone at tight end. They bring in a good one with Mike Gesicki out of Miami. Okay, they stopped using him over there. I think they can use him here. So that's a good addition right there. And they went and added right tackle Trent Brown, brought him over from New England. And they added offensive tackle Amarius Mims, who they drafted out of Georgia. So, yes, like it says there, addition and subtraction. I just don't think there's enough addition there to replace what they lost. You know what I mean? Especially Tyler Boyd, y'all. If one of these guys, Higgins or Jamar Chase, goes down, Tyler Boyd, that's when he played his best, man, when he was getting more looks. He's not going to be there now if that happens. So your boys need to stay on the field. But overall, man, I think the cornerbacks are going to be an issue. I think the run game will be an issue. And Joe Burrow, dog, you got to stay healthy, bro. I don't know, man. This dude has got to stay healthy. He's always playing injured, something, man. So that's going to be big this year. But that's who I got finishing fourth. So as we look at it all, my Gridiron Nation podcast predictions got the Steelers finishing first, the Ravens second, the Browns third, and Cincy fourth. And just to give you all a better look at this, there it is. That is the Gridiron Nation That's the order I got them in right there, man. If y'all disagree, hit me up. Let me know why, and let's talk about it, all right? Let's talk some football, baby, because that's what I like to do here. But it's time for me to get going, y'all, man. This hour went fast. Damn. Email me your questions at gridironnationpodcast@gmail.com. Do not forget, Gridiron Nation comes to you every Tuesday evening or on the Fuel Network every Wednesday morning or the following morning whenever I get it up. And also, y'all, please do not forget to keep praying for all my people out there in Ruidoso, New Mexico. They got fundraisers going on. Y'all go on, hit me up, and I'll steer you in the right direction. Or just go to Scorpion Tattoos on Facebook. Okay, look up Scorpion Tattoos out of Ruidoso. They're on Facebook. My cousin James is up there, and you can get all your information there if you want to help. Maybe donate anything that you can. It would be greatly appreciated. All right. Don't forget also Off the Grid with Gabe Garcia, available on YouTube and all audio streaming platforms. Y'all go on and subscribe and follow your boy. All right. Now, it is time for me to get up out of here, guys. It is. It's time for me to get up out of here. But before I do, there's all the socials down at the bottom, okay? For those of you listening on Spotify or wherever, you can catch me on YouTube, Gridiron Nation Podcast, okay? Follow me on Instagram, ggarcia_gridiron, and on TikTok at garcia.grid, okay? So, before I go, what is the message this week? What is it? What is it? And it's simple, man. It's simple. It's about being yourself. And I know that's very cliche, but I've been seeing some situations where I see people that are kind of trying to be somebody they're not, just to make others happy or to make others comfortable or to put themselves in a better situation. When you do that, you're lying to yourself and you're losing yourself. And you're lying to those that are around you, especially those who know the kind of person you really are. That's why they rock with you, because of who you are. So if you got other people that you're trying to impress and you're trying to be somebody that you're not, you're lying about stuff you do or stuff you like or whatever, man, just squash all that, okay? Because if people are going to want to rock with you, roll with you, vibe with you, it's going to be because it's who you are. You're good, you're bad, everything. Faults and the good things about you. Because when somebody really is a friend to you or somebody really's got love for you, they're going to accept you for your faults as well as the good, because to them, the good outweighs the bad. You feel me? None of us are perfect. So don't try to act like you are. Okay. And do not try to put yourself into a mold of something you're not simply to impress others. Okay. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. The reason I rock with each and every one of you is because of exactly who you are. All right. And I'm real with that. I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. But before I do, you already know, man, this is holiday week. This is the week we celebrate being Americans. This is the week we celebrate, Independence Day. So y'all just be sure to enjoy it, okay? Enjoy it. No matter what life's going to throw at you this week, just think about the fun that you'll have, whether it's cooking out or hanging out with family or just whatever it is you're going to do to celebrate. Do so safely, but I want you to enjoy yourselves, y'all, because I want you to forget about the BS of life just for a little bit this week, okay? And when you get back to it, you already know what you got to do to get through any of that BS life's throwing at you. You know what I mean? You adapt to it, okay? You get back up, you brush yourself off, and you flow right around it, and you learn what life's doing, and you go right through the problem. Because in the words of the great Bruce Lee, all you got to do is be water, my friends. I'm going to catch you guys next week. Gridiron Nation, y'all. This will be episode 111 I'm coming at you guys with next week, man. And we'll be talking about the AFC East as I close out the AFC conference. Tell you guys who I think is going to win the AFC East next week. If y'all got any questions, be sure to email me this week, all right? I'm going to get out of here. My name is Gabriel Garcia. This is Gridiron Nation. Thank you to each and every one of you for riding with me again on another week, man. Please enjoy your Independence Day. Enjoy your independence and have some fun. All right. I'm out of here, y'all. Gabriel Garcia. This is Gridiron Nation. It's all one love, baby. Peace.
Boys lyrically blessed, eating all my competition for dinner, cause I'm a winner. Sometimes my heart is sick, but inside lurking a sinner. Better come with a plan, I got my fans in the stands. If you don't know, well, they gon' tell you Wicked One is the man. Who gonna let them know?